Adela's letter was certainly direct about meeting her right away, but didn't offer much to go on. Miss Drew, your ticket information is enclosed. The matter of my necklace that has now been replaced with fake gems is very confidential. It was my mother's necklace. My mother told me little about it. She rarely told me anything at all. You will meet me at Prague Castle in the Hungerkünstler Cafe at the end of the courtyard. If you are as good as they say, you will find it. No questions until you arrive. Use this number only in an emergency. It could be traced. Adela Cherna. It's beautiful here. First case I've had in Prague.
They call it the City of 1,000 Spires. Home to a rich history, great music, precious art, and of course, many mysteries.
This must be the place.
Nancy.
You must be Adela.
Cherna, please, have a seat. I've been waiting for you. How was your flight? You must be tired.
I'm used to it.
I'm sorry to lure you away from your family. Do you have someone special waiting for you at home?
Oh, Ned? Yeah, but he isn't waiting for me. He has a full life when I'm away.
Ah, but he is special.
I like to think so.
Good. I am alone, but I like it that way. I think.
I won't be long. I'll go home as soon as I solve your case.
Right to the subject. I researched your cases. You are a very brave young woman. When were you the most scared? When you were in the Japanese ryokan? Or in the mansion in your southern states?
I don't usually get scared, but Thornton Hall had more ghosts and graveyards than I'm used to.
That you are used to any ghosts and graveyards is unusual. You have chosen a strange profession. I am well known in society because of my wealth, but also because of my appearance. You can imagine it is hard for me to ask for help among my peers.
That's why you called me.
Excuse me, are you Nancy Drew?
I am. Who are you?
Adela Cherna.
No, I am Adela Cherna.
This is fraud. Prove you are me.
I owe you nothing. Imposter.
Wait. If you let me, I will figure this out. I will choose between you, but I get to ask one question first.
Agreed.
In your letter, you explained what was stolen. Whose was it?
It was my mother's necklace.
Of course she would say that. It was my mother's. We were very close.
I know who the real Adela Cherna is. You are. You explained the necklace was your mother's, but in your letter, I didn't get the sense that you were close at all.
I can't believe it.
Oh, Adela, that was my fault. I didn't know.
I don't blame you, Patrizia. Miss Drew has earned her reputation.
Please, just Nancy is fine.
I hope you're not upset I lied to you. Adela is a very good customer, and she's never asked me for help before.
You can never be too careful.
I understand.
Ah, good. Now I can get back to work.
I will let you rest for the night, and we can begin, in earnest, here in the morning. Until tomorrow.
A good detective always keeps a to-do list. I forgot to ask. Do you have any postcards here?
Of course. You can find them by the front door. I have much more work to do, so please, feel free to sit and write your special someone. By the way, my real name is Patrizia Vitkovsky. It is nice to meet you, Nancy.
Thank you, Patrizia. Simple. Dear Ned, safely ensconced in Prague at this cafe with Patrizia, the proprietor. At least I think so. I'll tell you later. I know we'll talk soon, but couldn't resist writing you a postcard. You're first on my mind, and I'm glad, no matter what, you're here for me. And I'm here for you, even from Prague. Love, Nancy. Locked file? And the text doesn't make much sense either. leads to treasure, no doubt. Looks old. A little passcode can't stop me. I haven't seen any locks this big anywhere.
What do you have? Coffee? Tea? Wi-Fi password?
You seem to know me pretty well. What coffee would you recommend?
For you? You're friendly, open, but mysterious, with a long history. Ha! Cappuccino.
Cappuccino? Do you recommend that to everyone?
No. I recommend the local thick black coffee. Tourists expect it.
I will try that next. I already figured out the Wi-Fi password.
Showing off your detective skills already?
I don't know that it required much detecting. The password is on your wall.
Americans. It is always the first thing you ask. What is the Wi-Fi? I wish you all were detectives.
Oh, do you mind keeping why I'm here between you and me? I try not to tell everyone I'm a detective.
Ah, yes, of course. You must be a mystery to solve a mystery.
I found this iron key. Do you know what it's for?
Ah, someone could wear it around their neck, no?
Too heavy for that. And it was locked in an old book.
I never look at the books. Many have been here since before I was a little girl, eating cubes from the sugar bowls.
A book like this would have garnered attention. Someone must have hidden it here recently.
Hidden? I doubt. Forgotten? Yes. If a customer left it, they don't miss it. It's yours.
Thank you. I should get ready for Adela to come.
Back to work. I'll send you over that coffee.
I appreciate it. I'll sit at that table by the window.
Nancy.
The real Miss Cherna this time.
For you, ladies.
Check you.
If you're looking for a book in English, you'll find some nice mysteries on the shelf.
Thank you. I'll take a look.
Oh. Tolle Sinehal.
Oh, Yakuyo.
What's this?
Suspects. You reach out to them and find out who stole the gems.
Amazing. I like that you're thinking ahead. Could I ask you a few questions first?
What do you want to know?
In your letter, you explained the gems in your necklace had been replaced by fakes. How did you find out?
I sent the necklace to a company called SecondShine. It is on my list here. They stored jewelry and posted for sale on their site for all the world to see. I received a local offer instead, so they returned the necklace to me.
But you're not sure that they were the ones who replaced the gems.
I gave the necklace to my friend Vladéna to appraise. She is a well-known jeweler in Prague. Vladéna reported that the gems were fake. She is also on the list.
If she is your friend, why do you believe she could have stolen the real gems?
Because I am no fool.
You wanted to sell the necklace. Why not claim the insurance and get your money that way?
The gems alone are meaningless, a fraction of its value. The necklace boasts a noble history, handed down through generations. The thief destroyed that. The necklace should be made whole.
What is the necklace's history?
It was my mother's, her mother's. Some nights I would watch her put it on and pour herself a glass. Then she would dance across the floor like we were back in the days of royal balls. I could never bring myself to wear it, but I always kept it safe. Until now.
It means a lot to you.
I hold no great love for my mother. It is why I would sell this necklace. But someone should treasure it. It should not be sold for parts. Not like this.
Why bring me in to investigate? You must have contacted the police.
I did. It is too small a crime for them. You must have heard as well that this is not the first time that Prague's jewels have been replaced with fakes.
You're saying that other people have had their gems stolen?
Not other people. Gems in the Pravsky Historitsky Museum itself have been proven fake. The police have found nothing. But you will.
I appreciate the vote of confidence. How well do you know Vladéna Zlati?
We have known each other socially for many years, ever since I returned to Prague from Paris. She owns Zlati Jewelers. I have bought a piece from her here and there. She knows many of my friends and all of my flaws.
Why didn't you try to sell the necklace through her in the first place?
I did. She only sells in person. She barely has a website. SecondShine reaches far more buyers. Even so, the offer for the necklace came through Vladéna.
Have any of her other clients had their gems replaced?
If so, she has not told me.
Why did you choose SecondShine?
You were bound to ask. You believe I was duped, naive to put my trust in a website.
You don't strike me as naive at all.
You're wrong. I was. Others in my circle had sold their jewelry through them. I had no reason to doubt them.
Did you talk to anyone at SecondShine?
No. We conducted the entire business online. I am asking you to do now what I should have done in the beginning. Find out who they are.
What gems were replaced in the Prague Historicka Museum?
I don't know the details. You will have to ask the curator, Dvořák. He is also on my list.
How well do you know Oscar?
He is well known, but not by me.
Did he have access to your necklace?
As a gem expert, he may have access to everything.
I think you've given me enough to get started. Thank you.
Good. Remember, if all these crimes are connected, You alone are trying to solve them. Keep quiet.
I will keep that in mind.
I have nothing more to say.
What is this? Who? Better yet, what? Hans Farzinger.
Hans Farzinger.
Mr. Farzinger, my name is Nancy Drew. I'd like to ask you a few questions about SecondShine.
My assistant isn't here. Is this for an article?
Only if you tell me the truth.
What else would I tell you?
You ask sellers to send jewelry to you for safekeeping. Where do you keep it?
They don't have to send jewelry. We offer storing and appraisal as a service which improves the chance of sale. As it says on our website, we have a very secure facility here in Germany. We catalog all jewels on DEGAS as soon as we receive them. Once we evaluate them, we price them and list them.
What happens when sellers request their jewelry back?
The same process as when we sell it. We check the jewels against their DEGAS entry and use our secure delivery service to ensure it reaches the customer.
You mentioned DEGAS. What is that?
You called me to write an article on jewelry, but you know nothing about DEGAS? What is this?
One of the pieces of jewelry you held in your secure vault was tampered with. The gems were replaced with fakes.
Impossible. Not at SecondShine. Look at the DEGAS file. If those gems were replaced, that happened after the jewelry was returned.
How do you know?
I run a reputable company and could not stay in business otherwise. We have had not one complaint through DEGAS. If you have anything further to say, you can talk to my lawyer, Miss Drew.
Touched a nerve. In that case, I should talk to my lawyer.
You've reached the personal line for Carson Drew. For legal matters, please contact the firm directly. Otherwise, leave a message or a text and I'll get back to you as soon as I'm available.
Hi, it's me. I'm okay. I made it to Prague. But, sorry, that's not why I'm calling. Could you look into the website SecondShine and its CEO, Hans Farzinger? See if they have any court cases in progress. You're the best. Love you. I don't mean to disturb you, but do you have a moment?
Please, they don't make these programs easy to use.
My name is Nancy Drew. I understand you appraised a necklace for Adela Cherna.
Ah, yes, because Adela thinks I stole her gems.
That's what I'm here to find out.
She and I have no secrets. But you must be tired from your journey. From the States?
You don't need to worry about me. I am well rested and ready to listen.
You don't look it. Oh, my mistake.
Did you enter Adela's necklace on DEGAS?
Oh, you know about this monstrosity on the computer. It's a new system.
Did you create Adela's entry?
I did not. When I got the necklace back from SecondShine, I had to input that the gems had been replaced.
Is there any way the DEGAS entry could have been wrong from the beginning?
How would I know? I don't have access to this.
Do you think the gems in the necklace were replaced in the same way as at the Prague Historic Sky Museum?
If so, then the thieves are chasing a bigger prize than my little shop.
Stealing gems from a renowned museum is a high-stakes crime. How do you think the gems were replaced?
Ask Oscar Dvořák.
Not a friend?
We have spoken. He is competent, but I am a far better appraiser and jeweler, so he won't work with me. And even fewer people will work with him.
I see.
He would be out of a job, you know. They would hire me to supervise all the gem exhibitions. Except for the crown jewels, of course.
Why wouldn't they let you supervise the crown jewels?
It stems from an old tradition. For centuries, women were overlooked in the elite gem trades. Even still, we have to fight for the positions we have.
I didn't realize.
Traditions are not changed easily, even by capable women. You have seen this.
I'm fortunate that the men in my life don't give it a second thought. And I often don't make it easy for them.
Fortunate. It should not be left to fortune. You will learn. We can only rely on each other.
With experts like you around, how are the fake gems getting past years of appraisals?
They are very good fakes, which is why only I could have discovered them.
And what skills are needed for such an expert appraisal?
Years of training, special lenses, and tools. Glasses are not enough. Though large frames would suit you, and go with your style, if that's what you call it.
Thank you? So you're saying the average person wouldn't have noticed?
Average? No. But you are a detective. You have a better eye than the average. How quickly could you learn the trade? I wonder.
This is a beautiful store. You founded this company?
I did. I come from a long line of appraisers and gemology experts. My father taught me all that I know, and many come to me in Prague before they go to anyone else. I have had no complaints. Few complaints.
Well, an open business will get complaints from time to time. What kind of complaints?
I did not make them enough money, usually. Finding buyers is more art than science.
So, your passions lie in the craft, but sales are what keeps you in the business.
I could not have gotten this far without managing my money and my connections well. I have generous clients.
What was your opinion of SecondShine before all this?
Some of my clients have used them in the past.
Did any of them have the same problem? Could they really be the ones behind the counterfeit gems?
It is possible SecondShine has been stealing jewels all along. Only I caught them.
Could you tell the necklace was fake as soon as she gave it to you?
The necklace is not fake. It is the same as the first time I saw it. The gems, they are fake.
And you could tell that right away.
As an expert, of course.
So you found a buyer for the necklace?
One just like Adela asked for. But when she got the necklace back from SecondShine, it was too late.
Who's the buyer?
Client confidentiality. You understand. But it is over. I could not sell a necklace with fake gems.
Then they're not really a client.
I like you, but no.
You said you'd seen the necklace before.
She showed it to me, so I could find a buyer for it. Of course, then the gems were real. I would have gotten her a fair price, and I did, but she had already sent it to SecondShine.
It doesn't seem like you're too happy about that.
Certainly you see why. They take your gems, a scam.
Thank you for your time. I may come back if I have more questions.
You will let me know what you find.
I'll leave that to Adela.
I'm a good friend. If I had anything to hide, why would I have told her the gems were fake?
It is a mystery.
Oscar Dvořák, who's calling? This is an American number.
Yes, but I'm in Prague. My name is Nancy Drew. Adela Cherna suggested I reach out to you.
Adela Cherna, I know her name. How can I help?
I wanted to ask a few questions about the gem thefts at the museum.
That is in the past.
Are you sure about that?
You are in Prague. Let me show you around the castle exhibition today. I will answer your questions. You will be convinced.
We'll see about that. I'll take you up on your offer and meet you there. Thank you.
Aló. Píše maše la dvola. Udělej to. Svate vít, svate vít. Excuse me, that was my assistant. And what do you need?
Mr. Dvořák? I'm Nancy Drew.
Ah, the American. I did not expect you so soon.
I like to follow a lead. What is Svati Vít?
What? Oh, St. Vitus's Cathedral. That's nothing.
What sort of security do you have in place?
Guards, cameras, everything one would need.
Then how were the thieves able to replace the gems?
As a better question, how would they be able to in the future?
You haven't answered my question.
I won't answer your question because of security.
How reliable is DEGAS?
It's the best system we have for tracking the provenance of precious stones and jewelry.
Do you use it for jewels in your collection?
Of course, gems are worthless if we don't know their story. If we had had DEGAS before, maybe we would have discovered the switch of the gems sooner.
What do you know about Vladéna's Zloty?
The world of gems and jewelry is very small, and in Prague it is smaller still. She works well as an appraiser, nothing more.
Meaning?
She lacks a true appreciation of gems, where they come from, their story. For her, it is money.
Do you think she would try to replace the gems of one of her own clients?
She wouldn't be very smart if so.
What was your opinion of SecondShine before all of this?
I have never used it. I work with priceless jewels, not common heirlooms.
I suppose you don't hold a high opinion of their service.
I have no opinion.
How frequently do you check the exhibits for fakes?
I do not need to do so frequently. Only when we remove them from storage and when we return them.
Do you have anyone else examine them?
I was appointed to this position by the government. They have utmost confidence in me.
There are some amazing exhibits here. I would like to look around.
Please, you are welcome.
Incredible glasswork. But how does it open? I need more information.
What are you doing?
Could I have a closer look?
Be careful.
There are strange markings all over it. It could be part of an ancient riddle.
Not so fast. This cannot be removed from the museum.
Well, can I take pictures?
If you must. Return here if you want to see the artifact again.
Intricate. This is the same mark that I saw on Oscar's artifact. Haunted tour starts tomorrow. I can't miss that.
You want to learn more about our coffee? I can teach you.
Tempting, but I am here to help Adela.
You will help Adela by learning more about Prague and our culture. Don't you agree?
I see I'm not getting out of this. What do I need to do?
I am struggling a little bit with the coffee machine. The part, the filter, and handle are missing. That's why I need a detective to bring them back to me. Oh, yes, and my recipe book will have my best recipes.
Coming right up. There it is. Smells like coffee.
Perfect. Now, let me show you how to make the perfect cup of coffee. When customers place an order, it will appear in the top left. Some customers will have special requests.
I want to try the cafe con hielo.
To pour espresso or hot water, place a coffee cup into the machine on the right. When you're done, move the cup back to the counter. Add anything else that you like from the counter. Once you have added coffee to the cup, you can begin adding the other ingredients as you like from the counter. My recipe book below contains everything you'll need to make a delicious drink. If you make a mistake, don't worry. You can empty the cup below to start over.
That's how it's done.
Please prepare 1 latte.
Use the metal pitcher for milk. And put it into the machine if it needs to be steamed. Careful, it's very hot. If you make a good coffee, you may even be able to try your hand at latte art. You're getting quite good at this. Feel free to come back anytime to make more coffees with me.
Oh no, this doesn't look right. I seem to be getting good at this.
Flat white, please. Extra sugar.
Another perfect drink.
Can I have a sweet sunrise, please?
That's how it's done.
Ah, the first pot is always the best. Here, take this as thanks.
A snow globe. It's beautiful. What's in it?
You tell me. I don't recognize it. See, you'll learn more about Prague than I can teach you.
If you say so.
Hey, it's Ned. I can only
Nancy!
Caller ID does take the mystery out of things.
You're not the only detective. In fact, I've already solved one mystery for you.
Wonderful. I can spend the rest of my time here enjoying the sights.
We both know you wouldn't be happy until you found another case.
True.
And speaking of cases, your father is nose deep in one of his, so he asked me to help you in his place, so you can lay that mystery to rest.
You would help me anyway.
Yes, but now I am fully deputized.
Did my father find out anything about SecondShine or Hans Farsinger?
He's still looking into every territory. So far, nothing concerning out of Germany where it's headquartered.
I don't suppose he has a researcher fluent in Czech?
Not last I checked. I didn't mean to do that.
I know.
Not my finest moment.
Have you heard about the DEGAS system?
DEGAS? The painter?
That's how it's spelled. It's a system that tracks precious gems and jewels worldwide.
Sounds like a big deal. Do you think this goes further than SecondShine?
No. No, wait, you're right. I might need to call in a different kind of help.
Like...
The Hardy Boys. They have contacts I don't.
And I don't. I understand.
I should reach out to them before it gets too late.
I'm here if you need me. I'm still good for talking about the case.
Yes, you are. Till next time.
All right, Nancy Drew. Good night over there. And stay safe.
Nancy!
Joe!
Actually, it's Frank.
One of these days. We were about to go toss a ball around. What can we do for you?
You know when you were in Boston consulting on the exhibits on jewel thefts? Did you ever hear about a DEGAS system while working on the case?
Hear about? Yes! We could get you the DEGAS file on any gem or jewel you could ever want.
Jewels? Gems? Crime? Definitely more fun than throwing a ball around.
That would be amazing. How?
We had a special agent working with us on the exhibit.
Special Agent Zane Garrett.
Nancy, send us information on the file you want, and we'll have him send it over. You should be able to contact Zane later today.
Make that tomorrow. I'm in Prague now.
Prague? We love Prague.
Yeah, we traveled through there on a really amazing case. Don't you remember?
Yeah, it has one of the largest castles in the world.
Yeah, that's where I'm standing right now. It's incredible.
Oh, you should send us a picture. And Nancy, if you didn't bring a laptop, you should get one. Your phone won't be able to handle the DEGAS file.
Don't forget to check out all the paintings there. If you take the train, who knows, you might find treasure on the tracks.
I'll have to see what I can do about that computer tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.
You have a question for me. I see it.
I need to open a file that's too big for my phone. Do you have a laptop I could use?
Laptop? No. You should go to Aparát. They sell computers. Many choices, none too expensive.
Thank you. Is it far from here?
Oh, you will want to go there anyway. It is in Old Town Square. You will see it.
Have you had any more troubles with your coffee maker?
Kind of you to ask. So far, so coffee.
Have you visited Slotty Custom Jewelry?
Zlati? Ha! I could not even afford to walk in.
Do you know Vladéna Slotty?
She visits from time to time. She only drinks black coffee. I tell her she should take a pinch of cinnamon, which is my preference. She doesn't listen.
So you don't know her well?
I know all I need to.
What do you think of the castle exhibition?
It is our patrimony. Quite a selection of priceless and cherished jewels. A shame so few get to see their beauty.
With gems that rare, I'm sure people must travel from all over the world to see them.
And they do, but they are very rarely on display. We can only see them on special occasions, like now. Sometimes we wait 20 years. You may get the chance to see them yourself, if you don't mind waiting in long lines. I would wear jewels like that every day if I could.
Do you know Oscar Dvořák?
His name? No. If he came in, I might know by how he takes his coffee.
Thank you. I'll be back if I get lost on the way to Aparát.
Ah, before you go, a small favor.
Another missing part?
Could you bring this coffee to the man sitting over there on your way out?
I don't see why not.
Thank you, Nancy.
I believe this is for you.
Ah, thank you. Patrice's latest victim, I see?
I take it she makes a habit of enlisting customers.
Only those too kind to say no. I never shy from an opportunity to serve.
In that case, I might have a question or two. My name is Nancy Drew.
Leo Sokol, welcome to Prague.
Do you serve as a priest near here?
I am honored to serve at St. Vitus Cathedral, though I can't claim the same preeminence as the kings and emperors and saints laid to rest there.
A cathedral must be a lot of work.
Not from me. It is owned by the Czech people, like the rest of the palace complex. I do my small part.
I noticed you dropped some cards.
My simple pleasure? A game called Mariusz, where you collect tricks to win. We play with a smaller deck than you may be familiar with.
Oh, I've played a trick-taking game like that before. Maybe I could play you sometime.
No, not a good idea.
Why not?
It is not polite for me to defeat tourists,
You're confident.
And we would need 3 or 4 players, with a full deck of cards, as I keep losing mine.
Another time, then. You must have heard about the gem forgeries in Prague. What do you think?
Not the usual tourist question.
I'm not the usual tourist.
What is your interest?
I met Adela yesterday. Do you know her? She had her own necklace stolen.
The museum forgeries are in the past, but perhaps the threat remains. Well, I have friends at the palace. I should ask them about the state of our security.
Please do. I would still like to know more about how the investigation has turned up no leads.
I see no harm. Come find me in my cathedral office.
I should get going.
Good. But don't be too long. I am leaving town soon. I hope to see you before I go.
What can I do for you?
That obvious I speak English?
I guessed right. I also guess you need some tech?
I do.
You either wanted that, my school notes, or a puppet, so... I am Elka. What can I get you?
I'm Nancy Drew. It's nice to meet you, Elka. Do you have a small laptop? Something with lots of storage space. Nothing fancy.
Yes, of course. I have one secondhand that I wiped clean myself.
That sounds perfect.
Almost perfect. It is missing a charger, but you should be able to find one at an internet cafe.
I know a place.
Good.
You can't mention a puppet and not explain why.
My grandfather. He works on the collectibles side of Aparát. He fixes, among other gadgets and junk, puppets and marionettes.
Junk? You must not care for his work much.
Oh, I love him, of course. But don't tell him I called his work junk. And especially don't tell Radek.
Who is Radek?
Ah, you have not been to the Marionette Theater. Radek is a boy with floppy hair and a cute smile who puts on puppet shows for kids and tourists.
A cute smile?
You will not tell him I said so.
Of course not.
My grandfather fixes his marionettes whenever they fall apart, which is often. I never know what to say to him.
Hello is a start.
Radek always seems so preoccupied. Who knew puppetry was so stressful?
So, you are still in school. What are you studying?
Yes, I'm studying computer science with a focus on cybersecurity.
Impressive. Why cybersecurity?
No matter how tech literate you are, you can never be too careful on the internet these days.
Sounds like you have a reason to be cautious. Have you had any cybersecurity issues yourself?
Some believe that local hackers have been harassing government sites, but I am not the government, so I don't care.
Who do you think the hackers are?
Students, perhaps.
Thank you for the laptop.
Feel free to return here if you have any troubles with it. And do let me know if you see Radek's show.
Thank you. I will. See you.
Dobry den.
Dobry den. I hope it's all right if we speak in English?
Yes, it is okay.
I see you are quite the artisan and collector. I found this iron key. Can you tell me what it's for?
It's one of the 7 keys of Prague.
The 7 keys of Prague?
Ah, if you don't know, I shouldn't tell you.
Now I have to know.
Let me see the key. You found it where?
In an old book in the Hunger Künstler Cafe.
We Czechs have many legends. The legend of the 7 keys is one every Czech child learns. Even you can learn about it at the marionette show in the square. When you come back, I will tell you what I learned from it. No charge.
Thank you. Elka was right. You don't have any computers I can use.
Computers belong to her side of the shop.
What do you focus on?
Anything that needs fixing. From the time when craft mattered.
What kind of crafts?
Things that require skills handed down through generations. And a few trinkets.
Does Elka run the shop?
She would like to think so. I tell her to go study, but she does not listen. She works too hard like her mother.
Does her mother work here too?
Her mother passed some time ago.
I'm sorry.
We do all right.
I should get going.
Yeah, come back sometime.
Je to připravené?
Not ready yet, Radek.
Still no word on Puppet 12?
I was just leaving.
Oh, are you a tourist?
I suppose I am.
Then please come to my marionette show this afternoon. I'm sorry, I should introduce myself. I'm Radek Napovim.
Oh, I'm Nancy Drew.
And I'm a master puppeteer. Normally, I work hard to keep the old traditions alive. When you come, you will see Prague's history come to life. I promise.
Sounds interesting. I look forward to being there.
And I will see you at the theater.
This clock tells time in so many ways. I can't wait to tell Ned that I'm actually here.
You came! Except, I'm sorry, I may not have a show for you or the fans. My assistant couldn't come today. The puppets don't operate themselves.
Well, that would be disappointing. Is there something I can help with?
Yeah, there's a lot to do. The stage has to be set up. The marionettes need their costumes. No, I couldn't ask you, but, well, will you?
How much time do we have? We'd better get started.
I mean, what? Wait, you're serious? That's great! The show must go on.
All right, let's go. All right, let's go. Great, let's do it. Great. Let's do it. Now, this scene doesn't go something like this. It goes exactly like this. Now, this scene doesn't go something like this. It goes exactly like this. Great, we did it. This would be fun to do again.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all around the world. Today, you will see the magic of the theater and relive the time when the world stage was made for the marionettes. See one of the oldest art forms come to life. Gather round and experience the wonder and mystery of kings, keys, and the secrets of the Royal Bohemian Crown Jewels.
Good day to all of you. I am King Maria Theresa. Yes, I'm a king. Have you seen my beautiful crown?
Yes, it must be known that this royal is the only woman to hold the position in her own right.
You see, even in the decree, it wasn't easy to be recognized and crowned a ruler as a woman.
And yet, you were crowned, and wore this special coronation crown thanks to His Highness, the Holy Roman Emperor, King of Bohemia, Charles IV.
Stop! That is my crown!
The king who led the building of the St. Vitus Cathedral?
Yes.
The king who built the Charles Bridge?
The same. And I commissioned that crown. It has become the symbol of the people, and it has been decreed that only the true king could wear it and hold the crown jewels.
Oh, you did so much more!
Well, we could go on and on. I'm flattered. But yes, you see, that crown truly belongs to me.
Not anymore! Now it belongs to...
Me! Hello! I, King Rudolph II, do in fact deserve the crown.
You deserve the crown? Why?
Well, I brought Prague into the Renaissance. We learned to read the stars, and I made Prague the center of discovery, with alchemy labs throughout the castle and...
Excuse me, O King, but I do see here that you did spend a great deal of time and money on those mysterious, mystical experiments.
Yes, there is that. But I put Prague on the map.
That's nice, but how did all that help the people?
Help, the people?
Ha! Does that sound like someone who deserves the crown?
Wait, no, my crown!
The story goes that rulers and wars would come and go, and the crown jewels were scattered to many different places.
Until the Czech estates demanded that the king bring the crown jewels back to Prague.
Exactly right. They belong to the people.
Who are you?
I am your son, King Leopold II. I brought the crown jewels home. Then, I commissioned a case to keep them safe. My royal keymaker created 7 very special keys. At your service, the 7 keys to lock it up. And I gave those keys to 7 specially appointed people who could only unlock the case together.
You were right. The crown doesn't belong to anyone but the Czech people.
Here, Your Grace, the keys. And the crown jewels have been safe in Prague ever since.
Thank you for coming to our show. And thank you to my assistant, Nancy Drew.
Whew, you saved the day.
No, seriously, thank you. Thank you so much for your help. I don't know what I would have done without you.
Happy to help.
I hoped you liked the show. You, sort of seem like you might have some questions about the legends and hidden mysteries of Prague. Well, I'd be happy to answer them.
How did you know? Is the story a legend?
Okay, so what's awesome is that many of the tales that I base my marionette shows on are actual famous legends. And in this story, the legend is a true one. See, old King Leopold did bring the crown jewels back to Prague to be kept in the castle. But they're not there anymore.
Where are they?
I took them.
You would be quite a thief if you managed that.
And if I were a thief, I would be quite a thief. But for now, the crown jewels are safe inside St. Vitus Cathedral, forever protected under vault and 7 keys.
Who holds the 7 keys now?
Nowadays, only the most important people. The president, the lord mayor, the dean of St. Vitus. And so on, you get the picture. The guards no longer hold the keys. No movie stars, football players, or puppeteers, sadly.
What happens when they want to open the vault?
All of the key holders must come together. So they say.
So no one could steal each key and open the vault?
Do you think it would be that easy?
It could be. That's what worries me.
Come now. They've been safe for hundreds of years.
It seems like you care a lot about the puppets. Why do you put on shows every day?
Actually, marionettes. Do you know the difference? No, you're good, if you do. It's just that I work with marionettes for fame and fortune, of course.
Seriously?
I am serious. I would have to be. You just experienced what skill is needed to keep things untangled.
I did. It's a lot harder than it looks. Why do it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, really, if I don't, who will? Look around you. We sell our heritage and people know so little of the real history. For centuries, marionette shows have kept our Czech language and culture alive. And okay, this may sound nuts, but I think if people know, they'll care.
It's really admirable of you to work so hard to keep your family and your country's traditions alive.
Oh, thank you. I really enjoy talking to people like you who show genuine interest. You know, and the children, they at least are entertaining.
That they are. Your accent sounds very American. Have you spent time there?
No, I've learned many languages during my acting career. But it is amazing what you can pick up from playing games and watching television in other languages.
I learned a lot.
There's always more to learn if you want to come by again tomorrow. If my assistant doesn't show up again, maybe you would be interested in some extra work while you're in town? Never mind, just... Well, thanks.
If I have time, I will, thanks. Elka recommended your show to me. I'll have to let her know I enjoyed it.
Thanks? She's like a kid sister to me.
Oh, good to know.
The Dean is not available.
Why are you here?
I am the assistant to the Dean. My career isn't quite as stagnant as some.
Onsem notsem luit.
Really? First I've heard of it.
I'm the director of the gym's exhibit. We have important matters to discuss.
Oh, and he would be happy to meet with you, Mr. Dvořák, once he returns from his trip.
That is not soon enough.
His schedule is very tight, but I will see what I can do to fit you in before he leaves, and I do look forward to speaking to you then.
Just stay out of my way. You will regret delaying our meeting.
No. Nancy. Are you all right? I thought I heard you cry out.
Have you seen this image before?
Honey. Who sent that to you?
It showed up on my computer when I tried to download a file.
It is the puppet of death. Very old. We don't see that anymore. Scares the children. It is an omen that should be forgotten.
Have other computers been hacked here?
Here, in the cafe? No, not since we started using L-Kaji protection.
Maybe it didn't get a chance to install on this computer.
If Aparát sold you this computer, take it back. They will help you.
Elka did say to bring it back if I had any issues, and she is interested in cybersecurity. I'll take the laptop to Elka before they close for the evening.
Good idea. Also, I feel I should mention, do you know what L-Kaji means in English?
I can't say I do.
It means people who move puppets. Make them dance.
Puppeteers.
Yes, that's right. What a funny coincidence.
It is. It's locked. It's not too late?
Please, come in. What can I help you with?
My laptop may have been compromised. I know you said you had wiped it before selling to me. Would you mind taking a look at it?
I will do my best. Where were you when you noticed the vibe?
The cafe, in the castle square.
Did you connect to the public Wi-Fi?
I did. Should I be concerned?
Ah, well, it can't hurt to check. Did you connect to the same network on your phone?
Yes.
Let me see that, too.
This must be Elka and her mother.
Your devices are safe to use.
Thank you. I'm sorry to disturb you this late.
I sold you this computer. I should fix it. Plus, I welcome a distraction.
Something on your mind?
I've just been busy, juggling my time running the shop and taking classes, so I could use the break. Gives me more time to daydream about Radek, I suppose. Speaking of, did you get the chance to see his puppet show today?
I did. He was quite the showman.
Well, keep an eye on him for me.
Sure thing. I have to ask, do you think my computer was specifically targeted?
Why would it be?
I have to watch myself sometimes.
I do too, but I carry protection. What were you doing when you noticed the pop-up?
It showed up after I downloaded a certain file.
It's possible the file had a virus. I ran a virus scan on your computer, and it didn't find anything. What was it you were downloading?
Research.
Okay, keep your secrets.
You said you carry protection. Do you carry a weapon?
Well, sort of. I wear a ring with a taser.
I've never seen anything like it. Did your grandfather make that for you?
No, though he used to make jewelry for my mother. The base is from Zloty Jewelers, but I've made a few modifications. It could fit a little better, but it does its job.
Sounds expensive. How does it work?
Electric battery. It can really put out a shock.
It's late. I should get going. Thank you for fixing the laptop. I will do my best to keep my devices protected in the future.
Come back if you do. Or I could teach you a little bit about how to protect your computer and yourself right now.
I would like that, thank you. I have a feeling I'll need it.
This was something I did in class. It's fun, like a puzzle with block coding. It's pretty basic for cybersecurity students. You can see there's an action count. There are a limited number of actions you can take before the system detects you. These blocks are a metaphor for security mechanisms you bypass. This is a data block. This is what you're looking for. Nice, that's next level. I recommend looking at our pamphlets and our other info screen here for more tips on how to protect your device to prevent any further problems. You did it! I'm impressed.
Thank you for the lesson. There is so much to learn. I see why you're majoring in this. Oh, sorry, Elka. Do you mind? I need to take this call.
No problem. Take your time.
Hello?
Hi, Nancy. Did you get the file?
Yeah, give me just a second.
It's fine. You can put them on speaker.
Let me put you on speakerphone so I can check.
All right.
Who are we talking to?
Agent Zane Garrett, ICA.
Pleased to meet you. I am Elka Strojnek. Aparát.
Good to meet you. Listen, I hate to be brief, but did you get the file open?
I did. I was hoping you could clarify a couple of things for me.
Go ahead.
What should I be looking for?
The DEGAS file tracks the location history of the gems and necklace. Pay special attention to the timestamp entries. They record when the necklace changed custody.
Elka, could you tell if the DEGAS file was tampered with?
Ask me in my 3rd year of school.
If you notice anything wrong on your end, I can put in an order to review DEGAS security. That said, hacking or tampering with the DEGAS site would affect more than just one piece of jewelry.
Got it.
When I downloaded the first file, I got a pop-up and a virus. Is your computer safe?
Yes, entirely. I send on encrypted lines. What computer were you using?
A used one.
But don't worry, I have cleared it again.
Make sure you've got adequate security, and it shouldn't happen again.
I'll do my best.
Good. Most people do not realize how often these incidents occur. Internet awareness is always the best protection.
I should let you get back to work.
I am wrapping up for the day. I suggest you do the same.
Good advice.
Good to speak with you, Nancy.
I should get going, for real this time. Thanks again.
I'll get the door. Don't open the door.
What is that?
Careful.
The image again.
We should leave. Let me get my things. Go. Go!
Nancy, I wish I had better news.
Is everything okay with my dad?
No, I should have been clearer. Your dad is fine, just busy on his case. Like daughter, like father.
Besides the research, did he have a message for me?
He said I should make sure to ask you to stay safe.
Sounds like him. Glad to know he's doing all right. Did you not find any background on SecondShine?
I did. Or your dad did. Unfortunately, they're squeaky clean.
Unfortunately.
I know you were hoping for a juicy lead.
That is true. If SecondShine wasn't responsible and her jeweler Vladéna has a reputation to protect, the only other person to touch the necklace was Adela.
What? You think Adela was involved?
I can't rule it out. Yet. Could you have my dad find out about Adela's insurance coverage?
I'll try. You think she's trying an insurance scam?
Well, if she was, it would be quite elaborate.
Why would she bring you all the way from here for a scam?
Maybe because I came all the way from there.
All right, I'll ask your dad to look into it.
Another important topic? How are you?
I'm a little tired. I keep getting phone calls in the middle of the night from this girl in Prague.
It's not the middle of the night.
All right. I'm hoping to get phone calls in the middle of the night from this girl in Prague. Seriously, you can call me whenever.
I know. I want to.
Then do, please. If not, I can always catch you on another podcast. I heard your episode really took off.
Oh, really? I'm not sure I enjoyed being on air like that.
You're a natural.
I think I'll stick to being a detective. Thank you for your help as always.
It's better than studying. I need the distraction.
So that's what I am, a distraction. Till next time. Ned?
No, it's Adela. I would like to meet for updates to the investigation.
About that, did you have insurance on your necklace?
Why do you ask?
You may need to file a report if I'm unable to find the original gems.
Don't worry about any report. Find who took the gems.
I will do my best. I've spoken with everyone on your suspects list. Are you sure you didn't bring the necklace anywhere else? I need to know everywhere you went with the necklace after getting it back from SecondShine.
I stopped by Aparát, but nowhere else. I had some relics on consignment there. I only stopped by to check on their status.
I'll add them to my list. Before we meet, I would like to follow up on a few more leads.
You have more than one lead.
I know you're anxious, but we can't rush this.
I don't like to waste time.
I understand, and we don't have time to waste. But investigation requires patience.
If you don't want to tell me today, then you can tell me tomorrow.
I'll absolutely reach out when I have more to report.
If that's how you want to proceed.
I will move as swiftly as I can.
Thank you.
Wow, that's a big donation. A new story. About an ancient group called the Residente. Hi, Radek. Do you need any help today?
Hi. The rich tradition of the marionettes called you back.
Something like that. You have a lot of puppets. How many do you have?
10 in total. King Maria Theresa is my newest addition. I couldn't resist making her the star of the show.
Are you sure you only have 10? You mentioned to Merrick you were waiting for him to repair your 12th puppet.
Did I say that? You must have misheard me. I meant 10.
But Maria Theresa starred in your show. She didn't need repair.
I'm an actor. I'm not very good with numbers. You knew who I meant.
Yes, I suspect he did. Will you be putting on a play today?
Much later. In the meantime, I am still working on a script for a new one.
What will it be about?
You will have to wait and see.
Perhaps I should come another day.
I promise, whenever you do, I will not make you work for free. Again.
It was no trouble, Radek. Thanks.
Oh, you've made yourself comfortable. Should I get you a coffee?
You don't have any coffee, do you?
No, I was just being polite.
Have you heard of the collectibles side of Aparát in Old Town?
I have. Nothing more than a glorified pawn shop, if you ask me.
Adela took her necklace to the shop at one point. Do you think the shopkeeper there, Merrick, would be capable of tampering with her necklace?
Merrick worked in the gem trade for many years. He certainly has the skills. I'm sure he needs the money, what with that tacky little shop.
Who has access to your safe?
Only I do.
What kind of safe is it?
You wouldn't know it. It is very expensive. You think a burglar cracked my safe?
It's worth looking into.
Not even you could crack this safe. Go ahead, try.
Vladéna, a moment of your time to chat.
Oh dear, it's Oscar. This won't take long. What do you want?
love the gems, but it seems there's more to it. Vladéna, you should think better of people. I need to take another look at the DEGAS file.
You! I did not think it was possible.
Is this the in-store appraisal log for Adela's necklace?
Yes, it is.
Has the log always been kept in the safe? Could anyone else have accessed it?
It was out while I was working on the necklace. I briefly stepped out with a customer, but no one else was in the store, aside from Oscar. He wanders in here from time to time. Despite all his flaws, I doubt he would do anything to the log.
And all before you tried to update the DEGAS file.
Yes. Here, just take it. It is of no use to me anymore. The necklace was fake.
I appreciate it. Turns out I'm going to get a coffee after all. Care to join me?
I would love to, but I can't. Very busy, as you can see.
Everything all right? It sounded like you were arguing with Oscar.
He will not let anyone but him evaluate the collection to be put on display.
Isn't that his job?
It was also his job when the other gems were replaced with fakes.
I thought that was before his time.
He was an assistant then. His superior was fired, but he was not. There was also an incident in London, did you know? He seems to bounce from exhibit to exhibit.
Interesting. Do you know if he's ever been questioned in relation to these incidents?
How would I know? I only know that I am qualified to verify the gems, and he won't let me. If I had to guess, probably not. He was never personally in charge of an exhibit, until now.
I should get going.
Good. We are done here.
I should compare this file Vladéna gave me with the version on DEGAS. Hello, I am Nancy Drew, and I am not a robot. There's a lot of information here. These documents are the same, but are they? The date is different.
Oh, you again.
I looked into the file you gave me. It doesn't match what's in the DEGAS file.
I tried to copy the log into DEGAS because the information didn't match.
Are you saying you tried to doctor the official DEGAS file?
The entry was wrong. It didn't match the log I wrote. As the registered gemologist and appraiser for the necklace, I should have been the only one to alter the official online entry.
Well, I hope that's the case. I may have more questions later.
I am the one who insisted Adela bring you in.
You did? Why?
Well, it started when I heard you on that podcast. What was it called? My favorite high-stakes heist?
Oh, you saw that?
You were surprisingly well-spoken and so creative, puzzling your way through all those absurd situations. The police in Prague, they do not pay attention to little crimes. I knew you would not fail.
I'm glad I'm here to look into it then. Agent Garrett?
Yes, Nancy. What can I do for you?
Have you heard of the Residente in Prague?
The supposed crime ring.
So you have. If they are real, it's possible they could be involved.
I'll look into it. I hadn't considered that they would be a force in this day and age, but what you're saying makes sense.
I was finally able to view the necklace's DEGAS file. I got my hands on the physical log from the jeweler, but the timestamps don't match.
There was a physical log.
Is that unusual?
It's the first I'm hearing of it. They only include a physical log if they can't enter into the DEGAS file system immediately.
So it's possible the physical log is accurate, and the DEGAS file was entered after the fact.
Either that, or whoever entered it into the DEGAS file made a series of mistakes.
Vladéna doesn't seem that computer savvy, so it's possible. Anything come up in your investigation that you can tell me about?
Actually, yes. Black market chatter has been hinting at an upcoming big score in a matter of days.
Do you think someone could be after the crown jewels?
With the numbers they're throwing around, I wouldn't rule them out. I don't know how they would steal them, though.
They would need all 7 keys. Do you know where the key holders are?
So you've heard the story. I can certainly track them down, but the keys won't be enough. They've added biometric security as well.
So the 7 key holders are themselves a key?
Not all 7. I suspect 1 would be enough.
The Dean of St. Vitus is a key holder. He could be a target.
Why him, especially?
He's planning to leave town so no one will miss him. And no security is protecting his office. I walked right in.
I'm taking these threats seriously. I'll call the local authorities.
I should go now. It might already be too late.
Nancy, be careful.
Locked. Looks like he and Oscar have a history. Is that?
I hope the Dean is available to see me now.
Very well, sir. Do you have an appointment?
You know very well I do not. You told me you would contact me, and I have heard nothing.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry for the misunderstanding.
We had this conversation yesterday. The inspection of the crown jewels is happening soon, and I must be a part of it.
Pity. It does appear the inspection has already taken place, and the Dean's already left for his trip.
I want you to record that I came searching for him today.
He's aware you came round yesterday, and he apologizes that he could not get back to you before his departure.
This is no ordinary wall decor.
Prepared for the upcoming exhibition.
There we go. Wait a second. The bookcase moved. Hi, Kitty. What were you doing back there? Leo might be in trouble. I need to report this as soon as possible. Where am I? Gotta find a way out.
Добрий день, Старі поліція Чеської Республіки.
I hope you understand English. I'd like to report a possible missing person, the Dean of St. Vitus Cathedral. I was set to meet with him, but he didn't show.
Why do you believe he is missing?
I went to his office to meet him, and he wasn't there. And I found a secret passage in his office, and his cat was trapped behind it. I noticed one of his playing cards on the ground in the tunnel, but was chased away before I could look any closer by what I assume was a person.
A secret passage? Who is this?
My name is Nancy Drew.
The detective?
Yes, I can verify my identity if you'd like.
That won't be necessary. The passages underneath the city are not serviced and are very dangerous. Only a few are accessed by tour groups. Recently, floods have destroyed many of the passageways. Do not go back inside.
Oh, all right.
We will send an officer to the dean's workplace and home.
Thank you. I also found a plane ticket on his desk, and he did mention he was going out of town. Can you check additional records to see if he took a different flight?
Yes, we can.
Great. That's all I can ask.
Would you like to file a report regarding the man who chased you?
No. I know something was there, but I would like to keep focus on the dean.
Okay. We will call back this number once we have something to report.
Adela, what's wrong?
It's my computer. I got this scary pop-up, and now it won't respond to anything I do.
Let me take a look. I recognize this handiwork. Someone has tried harder this time. Let's see what I can do. Here you go. It's all clear now.
Pani, where did you learn that?
Aparát's shopkeeper taught me. I had a similar problem and went to her for help.
Do you have an update?
The theft of your jewels may have been a launch pad, a dry run, for stealing what they're really after.
And what do you believe that is?
I hear the crown jewels are going on display. A rare occasion.
Is it possible? I don't know that there is a connection, but the gems in my mother's necklace are from the same era as the crown jewels. They wouldn't even be fake. They could reasonably be used as a convincing substitute for the real royal jewels. When would they strike?
Within a number of days. They must have a plan for getting all 7 keys.
You know the history. I would expect nothing less of you. They would not need all 7 official keys if they make their own.
How could they do that?
For centuries, alchemists were part of the royal courts. If King Leopold II's royal alchemist made the original keys, the plans may still be in his workshop.
You really do know your history. The workshop must be long gone by now.
If it exists anywhere, I imagine it would be somewhere around the castle complex.
Have you had this kind of computer trouble before?
No, not to my knowledge.
Whoever tampered with our computers wanted us to know.
Yes, the thought crossed my mind.
Have you heard of the Residente in Prague?
Yes, but this is a history lesson. We do not have Residente today.
What makes you so sure?
They have done nothing in decades. You waste your time with this.
I'll see what more I can find and let you know.
Well, if it would stop a greater crime, then please continue.
I will. Thank you.
Are you here for coffee or questions?
A little bit of both. Have you heard of the Residente in Prague?
You are romantic. A secret conspiracy of criminals haunting the streets of Prague.
Have you ever encountered them?
If I have, I didn't know it.
Do you know where they keep the crown jewels?
They have replicas on display.
The real ones.
In a vault in the castle complex, no?
Adela told me that King Leopold II had a royal alchemist in his court.
This does not surprise me. We have an entire section on alchemy here. Books in English, too.
Do you believe that he had a workshop? Could it still be around here?
A hidden workshop? I have heard of hidden passages. I remember. They have an exhibit on alchemy at the castle.
The one overseen by Oscar Dvořák?
If you say so.
This cafe is amazing. It's been here a long time.
Yes, centuries.
Always serving coffee?
Coffee was brought here in the 1700s. A Turkish peddler brought the mysterious drink to Bohemia, serving it in this very spot. It was considered a rare and exotic drink that few could afford. The rulers even determined it was only to be served to the royals and nobles. They say that members of my family long past were among the first to enjoy this delicacy. But today, I'm happy to say, our coffee is served to all.
Was this cafe passed on to you?
In a way. Different regimes owned all of the businesses here. My family struggled to keep it, as I do today.
I can see that you do love your work.
It is the history that makes me stay, knowing how hard some have had it. I can't bring myself to leave. It is not that I have never wished to leave, to try something new. I would love to be a writer or to travel the world like you and Adela. For me, I have my recipe book to write in, and I make coffees from around the world. For now, that will have to do.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to work with.
Anytime. You ask the best questions.
Prosím.
Hello. I hope English is all right. My name is Nancy Drew. I'm trying to reach the dean.
English is quite all right. I'm afraid Mr. Sokol is not available at the moment.
I'm investigating a case. Maybe I could speak with you.
If I can be of any help.
Do you know why Oscar Dvořák is trying to reach the dean?
He's not disclosed his agenda to either of us.
Why do you think he wants to meet?
As head of the gems exhibit in the museum, he has no oversight on the cathedral or its renovation. He has lodged several memos on the subject.
What does he want?
I can only surmise he wants unfettered access to the treasures of the cathedral that he has no respect for.
Is Leo avoiding Oscar Dvořák?
It is my duty as his secretary to filter through priorities.
You never told him.
I filtered, ma'am.
Does the cathedral hold any precious treasures?
There are many priceless artifacts entombed with our saints here, and of course the crown jewels.
I'm sorry, what? The crown jewels are in the cathedral.
Where they lie, I truly cannot say, but I believe they are secure in a vault beneath us.
Who has access to them?
Not me, I can assure you. As for the rest, it is not my place to say.
You sound British. How did you come to work for the Dean?
I'm native Czech. I watched a great deal of telly growing up and studied in England.
I could have sworn that you had trouble speaking Czech.
I find many problems disappear on their own if I only speak in English.
Clever.
My job is to filter, ma'am. That's what I do.
Thank you for your time.
Of course. When the Dean returns, I will let him know that you called.
Please do.
Ah, Miss Drew. More questions?
What can I say? I have an interest in your history.
History is not the problem.
How often do you need to work with the Dean of St. Vitus?
I have tried to work with him on numerous occasions, but his secretary seems to run an unusually tight schedule.
Can you explain why you were so keen to meet with him?
How would you know that?
He invited me to visit him at St. Vitus. I was in the area.
If you must know, I wanted to schedule the inspection appointment at the cathedral. That is all.
Have you heard of the Residente in Prague?
You don't need to worry about them. Prague is perfectly safe for tourists.
Have they ever been connected to jewel thefts?
You have an imagination. Perhaps in the past, yes. But now?
What do you know about alchemy in the old royal court?
I put the alchemy exhibit together myself.
Is it a personal interest of yours?
The exhibit is over there. I don't have time to talk you through it, but you can go read it yourself. You might not understand it all, so come back and ask questions if you have any.
That's a generous offer.
Hello, what can I do for you?
does your grandfather only work here?
Work, yes. Hides at his desk and does who knows what else. Also, yes.
He's pretty secretive then.
My mother would say that is just how he is, always tampering with something, and he should not be disturbed.
You never thought to sneak a peek?
To watch him tinker with puppets? No, thank you. I prefer computers. They are more challenging.
Were you close to your mother?
She passed when I was young. She was everything to me.
I'm sorry. I know what that's like.
I'm sorry to hear that. My mom was killed, hit by a car on an errand, so they say.
You don't sound convinced.
It was the middle of the night. What errand would she run? But my grandfather would say no more about it.
What do you think happened?
She was hit by a car. More than that, I can't know.
I'm very sorry. I could...
No, what's done is done. What about your mother? How did it happen?
Suddenly. Like yours. If you ever need to talk...
It was a long time ago, and we're here now.
So you really don't know more about Radek?
He's pretty cute.
I meant about what he does. He's so passionate about his craft, even in our modern age.
I have never asked. He has a mysterious quality to him. I trip over my words when he is around.
That's hard to believe.
It is true. I am not as friendly as I appear.
So you don't know how he spends his time?
He speaks mostly with my grandfather. You would have to ask him.
I should get going.
Of course.
Dobry den. Are you looking for Elka?
Actually, I wanted to talk to you. Alchemy seems to be a large part of Prague's history and continues to be relevant today. Do you know anything about the alchemists of the old royal courts?
I learned many skills from those times. I fix old marionettes and automatons, but some tricks got lost along the way.
So you can't turn lead into gold?
Ha. I would not be here if I could. I mean, for example, the old case right there.
What about it?
It belonged to an alchemist from centuries ago, sometime during the 16th century. I could never find a way to open it without breaking it. That I won't do.
May I give it a closer look?
Please, be careful.
Have you heard of the Residente in Prague?
You are afraid of them?
Should I be?
No. They would not bother tourists.
How do you know that?
Why would they? It attracts the wrong attention.
Have you encountered the Residente? Would you know how to reach them?
They don't bother old men either.
Do you know how they molded the 7 keys that lock up the crown jewels?
Not molds. Schematics. In those days, they wrought keys in a forge and hammered them into shape. Strong iron made them sturdy, but not the 7 keys. They are more delicate. So they say.
If the schematics for the original keys still exist, where would they be?
Hidden. If they were hidden by the alchemists who made them, they would have locked them away somewhere they could never be found. But not with a key.
Then how? Do you think they still exist?
Alchemists were very clever. The schematics could have been destroyed by now.
You have filled a few holes in my knowledge. Thank you.
At least someone is interested in what I know.
You're thinking of Elka? To me, daughter or granddaughter, sometimes spending time together is enough. Let's take a closer look. Have I seen this symbol before?
Enter the darkness. You have nothing to fear. If it is a ghost you seek, some may be near.
I should check the torch. Whoa, Kepler's law in action. This one has a mark on it. There must be a better time.
You managed to open the artifact?
I hope you don't mind. It's kind of what I do.
It does not appear to be damaged, and I had been looking forward to seeing inside. Just make no habit of touching exhibits.
I understand. I am curious, though.
We found it in the original royal palace structure in the tunnels beneath the castle complex recently. It dates back to the 9th and 10th century.
What are these tunnels?
You have not heard? Tunnels beneath Prague, from the times of nobles and kings. We're in the process of restoring them, but not all are safe.
The artifact seems very old. Whose was it?
Rudolph II. You will not know he ruled from 1576 to 1612, I believe.
Oh, yes, as Holy Roman Emperor. How did you deduce that? You could say I am professionally interested.
We found a note in the same tunnel from a council in his court. Lehman. He helped hide the artifact before the end of his reign.
Now that it's open, what will you do with the artifact?
I will keep it here until I am able to examine it privately and enter it into DEGAS. What difference is it to you? No more questions. I must go. Please view the exhibits that are open to you.
Begin the tour if you dare. Follow the numbers, beginning with 1, or beware.
I just need to borrow this. A little key. Whoa, the inside moved.
Dobry den. Are you looking for Elka?
Actually, I wanted to talk to you. I found a secret compartment in your puppet case.
The marionettes and their shows aided the Czech people through many wars. This compartment is no surprise to me.
I should get going.
Yeah, come back sometime.
How has nobody ever found this? It's just begging to be solved. Let's shine a light. Whoa, this must be the old alchemy lab. I think there's something inside. I need to get it out, somehow. a good feeling about this. There we go. What is this thing? What a curious cabinet. I am worthy. A certified alchemist. Seems like the alchemist was... This looks like it belongs in a museum. I can't read any of this. Hello?
Nancy? Are you alright?
Adela, I'm fine. How is it you're calling right this moment?
I called for an update. Did you find out more about the alchemist?
I found his journal and a whole lot more. The journal is written entirely in Czech and German. I haven't had a chance to take a closer look at it.
A journal? The language must be very old, hard to read. I will translate for you.
Wow, you know both languages?
And French. I spent a lot of time in school.
Okay. Meet me tomorrow morning in the cafe.
I will see you there. Good night, Nancy.
Hey, Nancy.
I should get going.
Bye.
Dobry den. Tady policia České republiky.
My name is Nancy Drew. I called earlier about the Dean of St. Vitus. Has he been found?
Yes, hold the line.
I took your call. We found no evidence that the Dean faces any danger.
You spoke to him?
The airline reported he boarded his flight.
Did anyone see him get on the flight? Could someone have altered the manifest?
When he comes back, we will talk to him. Right now, he is beyond our authority. Thank you for your report.
I guess I'm on my own.
Hey, Nancy.
Are the Residente real?
You've been reading my script. Yes, they are real. They've been active for centuries.
How would someone join them?
Are you considering a life of crime?
No. I'm wondering what kind of person they attract.
They attract loyal people who care about Prague and its citizens.
Honor among thieves.
I'm not familiar with this expression. Many regimes in our history made everyday acts a crime. The Residente are not our biggest criminals.
Ah. Sympathetic to their cause?
I like tradition, as you can see.
I should get going.
Bye.
Dobry den. What would you like today, Nancy?
A favor, if you would. I'm meeting Adela here. Would you distract her for a moment after I sit down?
I won't ask why. She made the same request when we met you for the first time. It is only fair.
You're a lifesaver. Thanks.
What I do for my guests.
Nancy, I went through Leopold's alchemist journal and translated the passages I hoped would be helpful.
Thank you.
Ah, Adela, could you help me? It will only take a moment.
Now? I am meeting with Nancy.
Consider it a favor.
I can wait.
Then I will be back.
Patrizia can only keep her busy for so long. If I'm gonna snoop, I'd better be quick. Just like I found it. They are impressive fakes. She didn't submit these. Patrizia has her distracted for now. Let's see. That didn't take long.
She wanted help with the coffee machine. I don't know why she asked me.
I do.
Well, you are the detective.
You said before not to worry about your insurance. Did you ever get insurance on the necklace?
I did not. I thought my mother had insured them, but I never found the papers.
So, with no insurance, you brought me in because you would only make money if I found the necklace.
It was never about money for me. Yes, I thought to sell it, but the truth is, I wanted first to return it to its original owner.
Your mother wasn't the original owner.
Before that, my family were farmers, nothing more. My grandmother took the necklace from a noble family in exchange for food and shelter after the war. They needed a place to hide.
Why did they have to hide?
They feared they would be imprisoned by the regime. Not like now, where those old nobles see some respect.
Do you have any leads on the original owners?
I don't know much. They fled. I had hoped to reunite them with the necklace. I asked Vladéna to find them since she has so many strong connections with noble families. But all she could do was post the image of the necklace and hope for the best.
I thought you might have come from a noble family.
That's why it felt wrong to keep the necklace. It was taken under duress. And I am no noble. Too many have thought so.
Why didn't you tell anyone the truth?
Once I completed my studies in the West, I stayed to work in international trading and built a fortune. When I returned to Prague, my success gave rise to rumors that I was from a noble family. I ignored them, but I think a part of me liked the attention. Perhaps I should have spoken up. I am ashamed I may have indulged them. It has gone too far.
How did Vladéna search for the noble family?
Vladéna posted the necklace for me. We hoped the owner or a friend would recognize it. We were not so lucky, at first. I became impatient and sent it to SecondShine. Then, when she told me she may have found a local buyer instead, I got the necklace back. The rest you know.
She didn't tell me.
She did not want to tell my secrets.
So only Vladéna knows who the buyer is.
She could not tell me their secrets either.
What did you find in the journal?
Many musings. Ideas for inventions, alchemical equations I didn't understand, prayers, potions, orders from the king. I have never read them, but I imagine it was like reading the personal notes of Da Vinci.
You translated all of that?
No, I had neither the time nor the interest. I found poems, riddles that made no sense. Perhaps the translations will to you.
Mysterious. I can't wait to read them.
Please, give this first priority. My gems are already stolen.
Thank you for these translations.
If I can help, I will. My necklace pales in comparison to the crown jewels. You can take it if you like.
I believe you.
You were worried I was running a scam?
It had crossed my mind.
I hired the right woman. Here, take it. I didn't know if I could trust you with it at first, but I am confident that you will do the right thing now. I hope it will help further your investigation.
Nancy, I'm on my way to Rome. What can I do for you?
I don't believe Adela's a suspect. She had no insurance on the necklace and gains nothing from lying.
And she has no connection to any of the characters I chase after. Makes sense.
Are you looking for Leo, the dean, in Rome?
Airline says he checked in for his flight. I'm going to verify that he actually arrived.
He checked in? How is that possible? It looked like something wasn't right. Could the flight records have been altered?
That's why I'm going, to see for myself.
Thank you for taking this, me, seriously.
I've worked with Frank and Joe Hardy. With you, long enough to know not to count anyone out.
I won't keep you. Safe travels.
You stay safe, Nancy. I mean it.
I can handle myself. I've gotten out of stickier situations than this. Thank you for your concern.
Did you get what you needed from Adela?
Enough for now. She translated a few riddles for me, but I don't think she understood them. They describe places in Prague, I believe.
Try me. I have no head for puzzles, but I do know Prague.
You haven't by any chance seen Leo?
No, I have not seen him or his cards in days, but he travels.
Perhaps the strangest question. Have you seen a knight in armor lurking outside the cafe at night?
A very strange question. I have never seen such a thing. Why would you ask?
I believe this knight, monster or ghost, is following me. I saw it outside Aparát, and it left me a threatening message.
I will call the police for you.
I already called them about another matter. They may have their hands full.
Be careful. You are my favorite tourist.
Could you explain this one?
I suppose you could try the astronomical clock model here in the cafe. The clock in the square was running fine, right?
Yes. Why do you ask?
It is said that if the clock in the square stops moving, peril will befall the city. And it is not just legend. As old as the clock in Old Town, this is an exact replica of the clock in the square created should anything ever happen. I couldn't let you stop it unless the original is working perfectly. Maybe you will find some differences.
Legend or not, I wouldn't want to stir up any trouble. What sort of differences?
I don't know. I have never looked.
Thank you for your help. I have my work cut out for me.
I'm not sure I did help. But please, if I can, you know where to find me.
of the missing pages from the journal.
Enter the darkness. You have nothing to fear.
You shouldn't touch
If it
museum
is a
displays,
ghost you
but
seek,
for this, I'll
some
make an
may be
exception.
near.
I've got to be extra careful. Aha! I knew it. Another missing page. The clue led me here. There must be something that can help me figure out the password. Got one. Looks like I've got them all. I need to find somewhere secluded to corner whatever is following me. This spot will work. Now to get in. I gotta have some torque. It's a good thing I have a bobby pin on me. This'll come in handy. I can move these boxes to create a trap. The latches here don't have locks. If I leave my phone here and I am being tracked, it will lure whoever, or whatever, is following me. Caught you. That little trick you pulled with the tracker backfired. Show me who you are, or I'll get the police. Radek?
I'm sorry, Nancy. I never wanted to scare you.
Then you'd better start telling me why you're here. Why were you following me?
I can't explain right now, okay? We should get out of here.
What do you mean?
Look, I'm not the only one who knows where we are.
How were you able to track me?
I have an app linked to your phone.
How did you link it?
I didn't. I don't know exactly how it works.
Who does?
I can't tell you.
Merrick?
Wypada śmiesznie.
Adela wiecie śmieszna.
So you two have been working together.
Come, let's talk at Aparát.
I'm not going anywhere with you until you answer my questions.
What do you need to know?
Are you working for the Residente?
You told her we were Residente.
No, you just did. I told her about Residente. I wanted her to have a sympathetic view.
I am not feeling very sympathetic.
I'm sorry. They didn't really give us much choice.
Merrick, were you the one tracking my phone?
They sent us the tracking software. I have never needed such a thing in my work. But we didn't have a choice.
And they made me follow you. You know, to keep you curious and inspire you to find the 7 keys faster. We could not find them any other way.
I'm embarrassed to say it worked.
It's done. I won't do it any longer.
You certainly won't. Are you after the crown jewels?
We are not.
The crown jewels belong to the people. If I had realized what they wanted earlier.
She can help. Now that she knows the truth.
Why would she help us?
Because they are worse.
Who are they? Who has been ordering you around?
We should not say.
L-Kaji.
Radek.
The internet security company?
They are not security. They are criminals. Worse than Residente. They care not for the people of Prague.
Every crime the Residente has committed has been in the interest of the Czech people. It is easy for the police to turn a blind eye when there is no proof, but the L-Kaji somehow have evidence of everything. Documents, contacts, plans, pictures, even records of things only ever said out loud.
Blackmail. If we do not do as they say, they would expose us to the police. I could not do that to Elka.
Is Elka involved?
No. My role is to protect her. I lost her mother. An accident on what should have been a simple job. I told her not to go. I will not let the same happen to Elka.
Does she know?
I never told her. I blame myself for involving her mother.
She might be able to help against L-Kaji, if you told her.
Yes. I kept it from her too long.
Are you the entirety of the Residente? Are there other members I should watch out for?
Residente is a family. As children, we inherit membership from our parents, going back generations. All to protect Prague from dark designs and the greed of those that would take advantage of others. Whether that be from L-Kaji or the government itself. It is why we have escaped the judgment by both the public and police all this time. On my honor, you will not encounter them, and you have nothing to fear.
We can lay a trap for L-Kaji like I did for you, but I need proof I can trust you.
What proof could I give you?
Give her the pen.
Radek.
How will a pen prove anything?
Only the Residente may wear one, or even know they exist. I have two. I will give you the second.
Irina Strojnik, your daughter.
Yes. Will that satisfy?
It will. I appreciate that you would entrust it to me.
It's not safe to stay here. Let's go back to Aparát. Get Radek out of that suit.
Please?
Without the SIM card, they won't be able to track me anymore.
What do you want me to do?
Make the keys, exactly how L-Kaji expects.
All right. I'll show you how it is done.
That's how it's done.
Finished. Now what?
We leave them at the drop like requested, and when the L-Kaji agent takes them, I follow and find out who they are.
No! What if you lose them and they get the crown jewels?
What do you suggest?
Well...
We put a tracker inside a key and detect it with the computer on this transmitter. As soon as the bag is moved, the tracker will activate.
Won't they be able to...
This is like a walkie-talkie. Older is better.
I'm inclined to agree.
Then I think... this one will hide a tracker.
They won't think to search for something so basic until it's too late. How do you have all these gadgets, spyware? I thought Elka was the technology expert.
Residente is far older than Elka. We did what we could to survive under this country's many takeovers. To stay one step ahead of our enemies. We were counter-spies. They even hid microphones in watering cans, pretending to be old ladies gardening. We had to be smarter.
I see. Well, I hope that they still work.
I was instructed to leave the keys underneath the statue of St. George in the castle square. These are the designs for the head of each key. No one but you should ever have it.
I'll be back soon. According to this paper, the dead drop is by the statue in the castle square. I've got to get back and report to Merrick before the bag is taken. Is the transmitter not working?
It will work. It did work. The key is on the move. Now you can track it.
Oh, an old pager.
You will use this receiver to follow the coordinates I send you through the computer. The closer you are to each location, the faster the receiver will beep.
Got it. I need to hurry.
Hello, what can I do for you?
Good. It's picking up a signal. Now, which way did they go? Now what? Looks right. One step closer. I've got to hurry. Still looking. I need another coordinate from Merrick. Now what? Looks right. One step closer. I've got to hurry. Still looking. I need another coordinate from Merrick. Now what? Looks right. One step closer. The lab entrance?
Perfectly. Nancy, I should have known. Not before I thank you properly.
Thank me?
Without you, I would not have gotten the keys.
Are you working with L-Kaji?
You're good with puzzles, but not much else. I am L-Kaji.
You replaced the gems in Adela's necklace. You lied about having a buyer.
Well, of course.
Haven't you been friends for years? Why? And it incriminates you.
I needed a reason to call in a young detective with a head for puzzles. Adela would do this for me.
All this to bring me to Prague?
No, to bring me these keys.
You'll need more than keys to open the vault.
Quiet, dear. I have everything and everyone I need.
You want to steal the crown jewels? For money?
Of course, who wouldn't? They're quite literally priceless. But that's not all.
You will never be in charge of them, and you can't stand that.
For centuries, my family has stolen gems all across this country. Not even the most prestigious museums could stop what we have started. And now, the 7 keys themselves have failed to stop me. But I won't settle for just one set of crown jewels. Now that my plans are in place, I will be in charge of any gems I want to be.
Your plans will be your downfall. Nobility or not, you would never be permitted to handle the crown jewels.
Ha! They'll regret their rules. Nobility has no place in the modern age. Soon, the crown jewels will be mine, and if they ever discover the switch, it will be too late.
We'll see about that. The ICA and the police are onto you. You won't get far, and you won't get the crown jewels. I won't stay quiet about this.
But I will make sure you do. Just a little something I mixed up. It shouldn't hurt. Like going to sleep.
What did she poison me with? I need that bottle she left behind. Ugh, smells like fish. I need to find a way to counteract this if I want to catch Vladéna. was very bad. She must have gone this way. I can't leave yet. These must be Adela's real gems. Slotty. Maybe I can find Elka online. Elka!
Nancy, why did you call my computer?
Is that Nancy?
Yes, she called me directly.
How did it go?
It was Vladéna. She's the one behind it all, switching the gems, the hacking, somehow.
She's deceptive.
And now she has Leo and the keys. Tell the police to meet me at the vault.
No, you should not go alone.
What's going on?
Elka, I hid the truth for so long, but I wanted to protect you. Your mother, she died on a mission for us, for Residente.
Residente? You?
I felt responsible. I'm so sorry. Helping Nancy is how I make up for it. For everything that has been done.
Then what do we do?
There isn't time to wait for the police if they even believe us. I have to stop her.
I'll do it. I'll make them listen.
Then go. Quickly.
Okay, I've got to get this door open. I need more information. There must be something I already have. Everything's in the right place. Now to turn them in the right order. Yes, one door down. Looks like she already got in. Elka, what are you doing here?
I wanted to help. What do you intend to do?
Vladéna already used the keys. Thank goodness they're still here. Go get the police.
I called, but they may not come in time.
Can you help me figure out how to get in?
Look, it appears she already disarmed the biometric security. Now, only basic security remains.
How did she get past it?
She didn't have to. It probably resets on a timer after the biometrics are disarmed.
You don't have to help. Vladéna is dangerous.
I do it for my mother. I always wanted to make up for her past.
Didn't Merrick just tell you?
I knew. My grandfather tried to protect me by not telling me the truth. You are not the only detective.
You understand security better than I do. Can you reset the security?
Have I not taught you? If you have troubles, I will help.
It's powered up. Now, if I can just bypass the security, I can get in. I did it.
I taught you too well. Step away from the door.
Elka, no.
You've seen what my ring can do.
Elka, why? The police will find out.
What police?
Were you involved with the Residente after all?
No. My precious grandfather would not have allowed it after he let my mother die. He will pay for it once I pin this crime on them.
You would frame your own grandfather.
He made the keys. You were his accomplice. I'm innocent.
You blackmailed them.
They deserved it. They should thank me. I will make Residente famous for the greatest heist of all time.
You must be the computer mastermind behind L-Kaji. I knew Vladéna couldn't have done it alone.
Vladéna could barely handle her phone, let alone the computers I set up for her.
Why did you help me with the computer?
Did I? Or did I use it to keep track of you, like your phone? Stop wasting time!
How did you end up working with Vladéna?
My grandfather never taught me the tools of the gem trade, so I had to outsource.
You said you liked Radek.
Ooh, he's so cute and mysterious. Radek was a tool and a misdirection, nothing more. My grandfather said it best. She's deceptive.
It almost worked.
Almost? You believed me.
You are betraying your grandfather.
Did you hear what he said? That protecting the jewels would make up for letting my mother die? Nonsense. She was a thief.
He obviously cares about you.
By protecting me and treating me like a child? When your mother died, you tried to find out why. Look in the mirror, Nancy. I'm sure everything I've had to do is nothing you haven't done.
I wanted to find out how my mother died. It was part of solving a crime, not creating one.
And did they tell you to play it safe, to keep the truth from you?
They did, but not to hide the truth.
And you didn't listen, because they were trying to hold you back.
My father cared. He didn't want the same thing to happen to me.
But you had to try. You understand.
I thought I wanted to follow in my mother's footsteps too. She was investigating a crime when she died.
Then you really will take after her.
I'm telling you, this isn't the way.
But you found out what happened.
I did.
And did it make it better?
No. Knowing why doesn't bring her back. My memories of her do.
You're trying to distract me. Why?
What will you do with the crown jewels?
You're about to find out.
It's not too late to stop. This won't work.
It will if you're not around to tell them.
No, I mean... There's one last puzzle.
What puzzle? What are you looking at?
There's a puzzle. See?
What? You're lying.
No, I'm not.
Come back!
You were the puzzle. Got the ring. Leo!
You are tenacious. Don't move.
Let him go.
Better idea. Switch the gems in the crown, and I don't use my favorite treasure on him.
Not until you let Leo go.
You are a very poor negotiator.
The police will be arriving any moment.
They would never believe you. You are a liar.
I gave them all the proof I have.
How did that go with Leo? They didn't even think twice about what you had to say. And now, it's just you.
I move faster.
You will see how fast I move if you do not switch the gems.
We already know about Elka. She's been arrested.
What?
She told us everything about how she recruited you, how you couldn't handle computers. She said you would cover for her.
You're bluffing. You won't help Leo this way.
Have you hurt Leo?
Not yet. Keep talking and I will.
You want me to switch the gems? I could break the crown.
I made every single replacement jewel in the alchemist's workshop. A broken crown does not scare me. Do it.
All right, I'll do it. I'll switch the gems.
Finally.
There must be a way to stop her. I can't tamper with it while Vladéna is watching. The only gems this crown is ever gonna see are the real ones. I can't attach it here. You'd better check to see if I did it right.
Step back, Nancy. I have more than a dagger up my sleeve. Very good. You know, we are likely the first women not of noble blood in history to touch this. And I, the first to wear it. Ah!
What happened to her?
I replaced more than just the gems. Are you all right?
What a gift you are. You came just at the right time. Whatever she gave me is wearing off. What do we do now?
We can't go back through the way we came, and we can't stay here.
Oh, what about the police?
They may not come, and we don't have the time to waste. Do you know another way out?
This part of the underground was used by the church to escape persecution during religious wars long past. Maybe there is still an escape route.
There's another entrance?
Only the key bearers can get in, but there may be another way out.
It's our only chance.
Yes, please, hurry. She may be waking up.
Was Vladéna ever in contact with a woman named Elka?
I heard her speak to another person, but I did not know who.
I locked Vladéna's accomplice on the other side of the vault door, but she can definitely find her way in, given time. We can't go out that way. How did Vladéna capture you?
I did not expect her. She came to my office through the passageway, attacked me, and I remember some sort of gas?
One of the alchemist concoctions. She tried that on me, too.
Bless her. How long will she be down?
I hope long enough for us to find another way out. She came through your office, you said.
Yes, through the wall.
Maybe that information can help us here.
Legends were true.
Yes! Can you walk?
Well enough. Oh, why are we stopping? I'm going to miss my conference in Rome.
Leo, you've been through a lot. Please, take it easy until someone can come back for you. Right now, I have some urgent business to take care of.
Marius! Oh.
Nancy! I know you haven't come out yet! Once I get in there, we will have you surrounded!
Elishka Stronik!
I think we have you surrounded.
Nancy? I was trying to help you!
What are you doing?
You were on the call.
Okla malamye, abisam prishel!
Whatever she's saying, I wouldn't believe her.
Everyone out, clear the scene!
Merrick.
I did not believe it when you told me.
I'm sorry. She was the only one who knew what I was doing and had the tech smarts to back it up.
And motive? Me.
You can't blame yourself.
I can. She never talked to me about this anger for her mother. Maybe I didn't listen when it would have made a difference. We must fix what she has done.
You can start with these keys.
You would trust them to a thief?
A thief? No. A patriot, yes. I know you'll destroy them, just like I'll return the schematics where I found them.
They belong with no one. Not even the police. Maybe especially not.
There is also a necklace in the bag and the real gems that fit in it. Please ask Merrick to repair the necklace and return it to me.
I'm sure he will. She really was like a kid sister to me, you know? I'm sorry for the trouble she caused you, and, well, everybody else.
It's going to be tough on everyone. I know you'll be there for Merrick, and you two will be just fine.
Thanks, Nancy. I hope you're right.
With Leo's testimony, they seized their computers, records,
and they have all the proof they need to convict both Vladéna and Elka.
And possibly several other culprits involved in L-Kaji. In fact, I should reach out to Zane.
No need.
Zane!
Sorry to arrive unannounced. I was in the air when you had your encounter with Royal. Special Agent Zane Garrett.
Adela Cherna.
It's great to finally meet you in person. Maybe you can clear up a few things for us.
Gladly. My caseload is suddenly a lot lighter.
How many members of the L-Kaji have you found?
It's quite a list. A few known high-end fencers and smugglers, but we had no idea they were working with hackers at this level.
Was L-Kaji entirely a front for thieves?
In a way. L-Kaji unleash viruses that encourage people to buy into their antivirus program. They earn subscriptions through fraud.
Why did they want to replace gems with fakes?
Elka couldn't frame Residente for computer hacking. She needed a heist that would put them to shame.
And Vladéna did not care who she hurt to get there.
I'm sorry. I know she was a friend.
Obviously not a good one. I thought she was diplomatic, but she was lying about everything.
What will happen to the Residente?
The information seized from the L-Kaji's databases did include some evidence against the Residente.
What is it they did?
Allegedly, thefts, breaking and entering. They hit large companies and wealthy merchants. They worked with fences as well, which is how L-Kaji got their evidence.
Merrick and Radek never wanted L-Kaji to steal the crown jewels. They helped me stop them. Could that reduce their sentences?
It's ultimately not up to me.
I understand.
No, I don't think you do. I've decided that Residente is entirely a local matter, not worth our attention.
So, you will leave it to local police, who have done nothing in years.
That's correct. I'm impressed by how quickly you solved this case. You wrapped it up before I could even set foot in Prague.
Not all of it. I haven't solved the original mystery yet.
But you did. Vladéna replaced the gems in my necklace.
She wouldn't have had the opportunity if you hadn't been searching for its original owner.
Yes. This is true. I still don't know who the necklace belongs to.
Do you have any other memories that might help?
Hey, Nancy, I hoped I'd find you here. Oh, hi, everyone.
I should come back later.
No, not on my account. Merrick Strojnik, right?
Yes, I don't want to interrupt.
You always told me to finish what I started. It's time for you to take your own advice. You can't back out now anyway. Everyone's looking.
Did you want to speak to me?
Yes, I wanted to return your phone that you lost.
Sorry.
Still works. Thanks.
I have your original necklace here.
Thank you, Medic.
Ahoy. Thank you all.
Nancy, I've been trying to reach you.
Sorry. I had trouble with my phone.
I'm sorry. That big case I spent all my time on ended up settling out of court. Do you still need my help on your case?
I solved it. It was a bit frightening, especially in the tunnels, but I love Prague. You should see how beautiful it is. Coffee and potato pancakes makes me want some of Hannah's cooking.
Did you see Old Town? Charles University? It's been a while since my work has taken me over there. How did your case resolve?
Vladéna was using me, as if I haven't learned my lesson about that already. She manipulated Adela to hire me, and Elka to use her cybersecurity knowledge. And she manipulated me, and everyone, all for the crown jewels. Vladéna and Elka, I stopped them, and they won't exploit anyone again.
Vladéna, Elka. Right. Ned filled me in about some of your suspects. We thought that other organization had something to do with it.
It turns out that Residente is more like a secret citizen group, dedicated to protecting Old Prague. Merrick and Radek were part of it, and Vladéna was extorting them under the guise of L-Kaji. Merrick's daughter, she died for Residente. That's why Elka turned against them. I can't help but feel a little sorry for her.
Oh, Nancy, you're a brave young lady. I feel sorry for her too. I don't need to tell you how many times I wanted to for your mother, but that's the past. We all make our choices in life. Well, any happy news?
Leo, the dean of the cathedral, has been reunited with his cat. And is back to losing his Mariusz cards. I can't wait to get back and pet Toga.
I know he'll be happy to see you. That reminds me, need to pick up some more dog bones so we don't have a repeat of what happened with the Fanes.
Oscar, the curator of the Crown Jewels exhibit, he's astounded and disgusted that the Bohemian Crown Jewels were almost stolen right out from under him, and before he had the chance to even put them on display.
I can't believe my daughter is out recovering the priceless Bohemian Crown Jewels. They only get put on display very rarely, you know. Don't ask me how I know, but we attorneys have to do a lot of legal research into this kind of thing. You could say I'm a bit of a gem expert.
I recovered Adela's jewels. Vladéna needed the necklace for its pearls, since they can't be reproduced with alchemy. Adela's happy, and I think now she can finally move on. I just introduced her to Agent Zane.
Agent Zane, huh? The Hardy Boys contact. Seems like a lot of things have turned out for the better. It is quite the story, and now you're a part of it too.
I've learned a lot about Prague and cyber safety, but I'm just going to relax at Patrizia's Cafe for a while, until it's time to leave. Have one last coffee. With cinnamon.
That's my girl. Are you sure there's nothing I can do for you?
You can pick me up from the airport tomorrow.
Done. I'm proud of you, Nancy.
Thanks, Dad.